Throughout the past many years, Sonic the Hedgehog has always been known as one of the best franchises out there. But ever since Sonic Forces hit, and pretty much any other real big game from the meta era, including Sonic Colors Ultimate, a game that I streamed a bit around here, there's been many people crapping on Sonic Forces. Some people love it, some people hate it, but for some reason, the Sonic fan base seems to trigger me a little bit. Why? Because there's so many people that love this weird Sonic game that has always been not forgotten throughout the public or media of Sonic. And that game is none other than Sonic 06. Hey guys, it's your dude with all of you, Henry Goku Fan 10, and today we're going to be talking about why Sonic 06 was a massive disappointment to not only the global city, but to all Sonic fans in general for the age of 2006. Apparently, they wanted to make it, Sonic 06 was going to be a game. Apparently, I don't know why the Xbox 360 has, for some reason, known as family hits, platinum family hits. I don't really get why. It's just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. You see, I don't get why Sonic 06 is really memorable to the fan base. People keep saying, the fan base keeps saying, oh, this game is good because apparently, it's done so much to us and that the game can be very memorable in its own unique way. Hmm, I'm not sure about that because think about it. The Sonic fan base has changed a bit because like it's just different. The fan base is different. Sonic 06 has been nothing but everybody's been saying, there have been a lot of people saying why I like Sonic 06 or this YouTuber named Chow Mix who ends up saying that at least Sonic 06 tried. No, it didn't try at all because if it did try, it could have at least gotten some more reviews. But instead, the game was a massive disappointment. It was a disappointing game that we were all hyped for, and yet it sucks. The story was garbage, the playable characters weren't fun to use, the side content wasn't great, the human designs were awful, and the glitches. Oh god, the glitches. Colors Ultimate may have been getting glitches now, and people have been seeing all the glitches on the Switch version, but at least that game, and at least this thing, is getting patch notes. So it's going to get patches. So, of course, Colors Ultimate is going to be, a brand new game. But apparently, Sonic 06 never got any updates. Instead, it got a hard mode, which just made the game feel more frustrating that no one wants to talk about. And that's the thing. If we're talking about Sonic Colors, everyone's gonna say that that game is trash. The fan base is saying that it's trash. In my opinion, I don't think that Colors is a bad game. Like, how is it a bad game? I don't see Colors being so horrible. And what did it do to you people? Like, what did Colors do to you guys? It didn't do anything. It's a great game. But you guys defend Sonic 06 saying it's a great game. And apparently it's not. It's a disappointment. It ruined Sonic's career as a video gamer. And trust me, Sonic lost his whole video game, you know, how do I say, his big reputation. His reputation was gone. '06 ruined his reputation, and Colors brought it back. And that's the thing. You see, here's the problem. Let's talk about why Sonic Colors, no, not Colors, why Sonic 06 was a disappointment to the series. Number one, the story. The story was not impressive at all. I don't really like the characters and how they are. Sonic's friends were just nothing but people in the way, and characters that were just in the way just to make the story feel more better, I guess. And who cares if the characters were just intertwining between stories? It doesn't matter because it's just the same story. Who cares if the characters intertwine each other? That just means more work and more boredom to deal with. And trust me, I'm not the only guy thinking about this. There have been a lot of people saying that Sonic 06 wasn't a great game. The glitches were pretty stupid. The level design could have been a little bit better. It had potential to become, I guess, a good game. but instead it's just a disappointment to other people. I don't even like this game. And people might be saying, "Oh, wait a minute. Why don't you have a copy of '06? Because I know that you have a PlayStation 3 and you're not an Xbox guy." Well, you see, here's the thing. I did have a copy of Sonic '06, but I threw it out the window. Why? Because here's the problem. I couldn't stand this game anymore. I beat it before I threw it out the window, and I hate it. I'm not even joking on this one. I do not like Sonic '06. Sonic '06 has been nothing but a horrible video game. Premi de Remy likes it, and then he ends up, crapping on colors. He likes '06, but he hates this game and starts crapping on it, saying that, oh, music to my ears, when he heard that Sonic Colors wasn't getting a sequel. And he said, oh, music to my ears. Like, I get that you don't like Colors, but the way how you did this was dumb. Colors deserved a remaster anyway, because it was only a Wii exclusive game. And to be honest, yeah, enough of Colors. We're going back onto '06. The story wasn't really enjoyable for me because '06 just doesn't feel fun to look at or even like because the graphics don't seem fun and it's just not enjoyable for me. It's an outdated game and people have been telling me this. Sonic's story is one of the worst stories we've ever gotten. Sonic and Elise are just not meant for each other, and that's the thing. The characters don't match each other at all. Elise is a princess who's trying to be there, and there are a lot of people saying that I don't mind Elise, or people saying in defense of Elise. To be honest, Elise isn't even enjoyable at all. She's just a princess who is a damsel in distress. She ends up getting kidnapped by Eggman, and Sonic has to go save her. It's like Mario for some reason. And that's the thing. And the load times, I do not like the load times in that game. It took me over a few weeks just to beat the game because of the stupid load times. And people keep saying Premi Durami ends up loving this game. What are you talking about, Premi Durami? This game is awful. This game sucks. This is a horrible, horrible disappointment. It ruined the series, it made Sonic feel bad, and it ruined his reputation. It damaged him the most. And also, not to mention that Sonic 06's story ruined the storytelling of other stories. Colors did not get a single serious story. They focused more, Colors was most focusedly on 7-year-olds. And that's the thing. Sonic '06 could have been a little bit better, but instead it just sucks. It just could have been a better game, and the story just wasn't feeling great. Apparently, the Flames of Disaster happened. Sonic gets told by Elise what happens with the Flames of Disaster. Elise tells her everything. The fact that she has the Flames of Disasters inside her body. But here's the stupidest thing of all. During Silver's arc and his story part where he ends up seeing Elise's father kill Iblis and seal him away inside Elise's soul. You see, this is the most stupidest thing of all. Why would you seal the flames of disaster into your daughter's soul? That's just stupid. You sacrificed your daughter over this. Like, you sacrificed a family member and a young kid who is just not even worth having the flames of disasters, worth having something so dangerous inside of her that could literally affect the entire city. So here's how it works. Okay, so here's the one thing I do not like about Okay, I'm gonna say it out loud. Here's the one thing I do not like Sonic 06's story: the time travels. Okay, okay. How do I say this? Let me see. How do I say this? Alright. The thing that I do not like about Sonic '06 is the time travel bullcrap. Like, who thought time travel was a good thing to add to this story? You just use two Chaos Emeralds, combine them together, and you make a time portal that goes back in time or goes forward in time, back where you were. Sonic and Silver were able to use this, and so was Shadow. Shadow and Silver were able to use Chaos Control. Sonic and Silver both use Chaos Control, and Sonic and Shadow both use Chaos Control one time. They used it 3 times. We got that 3 times in their stories. Sonic and Shadow end up using Chaos Control, and they end up making a portal, and then Sonic ends up going back to Soliana with Tails and Knuckles. Rouge goes back to Soliana, but Shadow stays behind in his story. And people are gonna be saying, oh, wait a minute, Shadow's story was literally the best part of this entire game. Who cares if Shadow's story got a better character arc? His whole character was ruined in Shadow the Hedgehog in his own game. Why do I care about Shadow? I don't care about him anymore because his previous game destroyed his character. I don't need to care about a character that I don't even like anymore. I used to like Shadow. I thought he was a great character. He looked almost like Sonic, a dark intertwine of him. But then they decided to ruin the game by just making his own game that ruined his character. Not only did it ruin his character, but it ruined the whole setting for him. He's more of an edgy asshole, and now he ends up getting a better character arc. Okay, I guess it's enjoyable, but he's back to the same old edgy asshole vibe. And that's the thing. Why should I care about Shadow? Why should I care about '06 and about his character development if he's just gonna get ruined and nerfed again like in the other Sonic games? And to be honest, I don't really care. Silver, he was pretty blah in my opinion because he doesn't really affect the story much. He's trying to kill Sonic, and let's talk about the other characters though, because there's this one character I cannot stand, the villain of this show, Mephiles. I'm gonna be honest with you people, and I get that a lot of Sonic fans and that are part of the Sonic fan base will attack me with this, and people who enjoyed '06, but let me get this straight. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm itching my hair right now because I just got a haircut yesterday, and I still can't get this hair off because it's still pretty itchy. Okay, let me say this once. I'm gonna say this once. I did not like Mephiles. I mean, go on, go ahead, tell me. I know a lot of you people are gonna be triggered when I say this, but I didn't like Mephiles. To be honest, he was just there. That's it. He was just there, obeyed Silver, told him to go and take down Sonic, and apparently, for some reason, I don't get why he did that. Why did Mephiles do that? Why did he was all like, oh, Silver, I'm gonna ask you to go and kill Sonic, which is the Iblis trigger. Sonic ends up seeing him Silver ends up seeing Sonic in a purple Chaos Emerald that Mephiles always used. You see, here's the problem. Let's talk about Silver's timeline. Silver is basically Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. I'm not joking on this one. There's been a lot of people saying, oh, Dragon Ball Z X Sonic crossover, Sonic, big similarities. And I'm not joking around because, there's a lot of Dragon Ball Z references in, Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is not Goku, Shadow is Vegeta, and Silver is Trunks. I'm not joking around. Both Silver and Trunks have stupid timelines and everything else. And, I get that the world is in danger and everything, and Iblis is the main key, but here's how Iblis was first released out onto the, whole city. Apparently, Elise dies after on Eggman's ship. So in Sonic's story, he ends up going back in time to go save her. He ends up going into Eggman's base, into his ship, and then ends up saving Elise, which he ends up, you know, I guess, not stopping the flames of disaster from destroying, the whole world. But apparently it's all over because apparently you can't change the future. If you change the past, it's not going to alter the future in this game, actually. Because Silver goes back to his timeline and it's still destroyed. And then Blaze sacrifices herself, which is, I don't really care about Blaze. Because to be honest, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, Omega, Mephiles, Blaze, they're all characters I didn't really care about in this game because they were just there. It's not like they had any character development or anything. And that's what I don't like about Sonic '06. It gives me characters that I don't need to give a crap about. Why should I care about Amy? being and telling Silver, "Hey, I'm gonna go side up with Sonic." Who cares? You always side up with Sonic. You're nothing but a simp for him, Amy. Why don't you just say that? You're just like Sakura, simping over the main, simping over someone just because you like them, whether or not that Sonic doesn't even like to be with you. And then you see, this is the thing. We'll get on to the worst thing of the story. Sonic ends up kissing Elise. Elise ends up kissing Sonic because, let me explain this in the most, I guess, okay way to say it. Mephiles gets the purple Chaos Emerald. Sonic and Elise are walking, and also this is in the last story. Mephiles freaking stabs Sonic with an energy save, with a big energy, pillar, I guess. And then he ends up doing that, and apparently he, ends up killing Sonic, and Elise ends up crying, which releases out the flames of disaster in her, finally, because, like, to be honest, yeah, we'll talk about Elise a little bit more after this last part of the story. So yeah, Sonic ends up dying, and then all of his friends see his corpse, and then apparently Elise ends up saying, "Wait a minute, I can sense Sonic's presence in the wind." And to be honest, I don't get what that makes. How does that make any sense? He's literally dead, there on the floor, being dead, and he's done. There's no way he can get up after all that. And then apparently Sonic ends up getting, destroyed off, and then, all of his friends end up going to the Chaos Emeralds. Eggman uses his big tracking locator. Yeah, we'll be talking about how the game works and how Eggman's, dumb style is and everything. And you see, I can't. I can't stand Eggman anymore in this because he is not a good character. He looks weird in in the game. But either way, back onto the last story. Sonic and Sonic's friends end up finding all the emeralds and then, wishing him back, Dragon Ball style. Think about it. It's literally the stupid Dragon Balls. How can you bring back someone from the dead? But I guess it's not like Shenron, because, like, you're using the power of the emeralds inside of them, the positive energy. So yeah, Elise ends up kissing Sonic, which means, yeah, Sonic goes super. He ends up giving energy to Shadow and Silver to go super. They take down Solaris because apparently Mephiles fused with the seven Chaos Emeralds, and also used the flames of disaster to turn himself into Iblis, or should I say Iblis. He ends up using Iblis and fusing into him and creating Solaris. And then, after that fight, Sonic and Elise ends up going to, Elise's old place as she was as a kid, and then end up putting out the flames, meaning that no flames of disaster ever happened. And then, apparently for some reason, time goes back to the part where Sonic doesn't even know Elise. He ends up running and ends up seeing, Elise just having, I guess, a little bit enjoyable stuff, and he ends up, just not noticing her. He ends up seeing the carnival, the festival, I guess, but Elise doesn't really know Sonic at all, because we're back into a time period where she doesn't even know Sonic at all. And then, like, I I can't, like, she drops a feather out and Sonic ends up looking into the feather in the daylight, and, like, does it really matter? Does it matter? The ending doesn't really matter at all. And let's talk about the worst character that people kept saying that it was Elise. Elise is one of the worst Sonic characters we've ever gotten in the entire Sonic series. Worse than Chris Thornley. She's one of the worst human characters we've ever gotten in the Sonic franchise. Worse than Chris Thornley. Because think about it, even Sonic X is way better than this bull crap of a show. Let's talk about this bullcrap of a game. You know what? Let's talk about Elise, because here's the thing that really triggers me when we're talking about Elise. You see, Elise can't cry. I'm not joking right now. Her dad ends up sealing the flames of disaster inside her body, and then he ends up saying, "You can't cry, because if you do, the flames of disaster ends up coming out of your body when you cry. That is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. So you're telling me if she becomes a best friend, if she ends up befriending someone, she ends up, crying to the person's grave because they end up losing someone very special. And since what if she has that special bond with them too, and then she ends up crying, boom, the flames of disaster come out of her body. Wow. that's that's not cool. That's not cool. It's an embarrassment. I can't believe what I just saw right there. I do not like how the story was. The story, people keep saying, and no, not people, the Sonic fan base ends up saying, oh, the story is not criticized well. It is criticized well. There's a lot of stupid things that bring the story down to what it could have been. Why would anyone want to care about a time travel story or a villain that's so boring that I don't even like? Also, some stupid plot device from a character that just has the plot device but is can't even bring it out because she can't cry. It's just weird. This whole story is weird and it just doesn't make sense. And people are going to be saying, oh, what about Shadow's story? It was great. The fan base ends up saying, oh, Shadow's story was great. Okay, who cares if his story was great? His previous game was bad and it brought me down. I don't like him. I don't like Shadow because his previous game destroyed his character. They destroyed and ruined Shadow the Hedgehog. Sega ruined Shadow because, like, Izuka, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You can't just be making games that are gonna be a massive disappointment. And let's talk about the second. Alright, so yeah, after that, we'll go on to the next part of the game, the gameplay. In my opinion, the gameplay is pretty laggy and glitchy. I don't really like how Sonic controls. He's way too wonky in the game. And he's too fast, especially in those stupid mock speed sections where I don't really like. I'm not going to talk about the side content, like, getting power ups and stuff, because it's just optional crap that you have to get. And the game loading screens are super hard. They're a pain in the ass to go to. I'm not going to joke. I'm going to say it again. They're a pain in the ass to deal with. I cannot take the loading screens. Whenever I play, the game loads. Whenever I'm going, the game loads. Whenever I'm talking to someone, the game loads. And when they say something short, the game loads. And I'm going through, and the game fucking loads. It's so annoying to see those load times. And let's talk about the gameplay. Knuckles feels really glitchy. Whenever I'm stuck on a wall, heck, let's put Rouge in this one because they both control the same, except they use different move sets. They stick to a wall, and I have to move to a different direction just to get them out of it. Really? This is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in a game. And to be honest, Shadow just feels a little guess more controllable, but I don't really like that fast homing attack that he does, that fast air dash that he ends up doing. Where he ends up jumping it, you can jump and then they get propelled forward like that. Shadow has the longest of the bunch and most quickest of it, and I didn't like that because I end up dying in stages. And people keep saying that Sonic 06 was a game that they would never forget. Yeah, I get why. It's not good. And I don't really like the gameplay in this one, especially those stupid mock speed sections with Sonic. Who the fuck thought that speeding up every time was great? And I hate the Crisis City mock speed stage. It was so annoying. I didn't like it at all. There were 3 mock speed section stages that I didn't like. And all 3 of them, I hate all of them. I kept dying in those parts. And I could never beat the game like that. And that's the thing. And then Chow Mix ends up making this video saying, at least Sonic 06 tried. Why Sonic 06 is better than you remember? No, Sonic 06 isn't better than I remember. It's still worse than I remember. And I didn't like the game. I didn't like it. That was the gameplay. I didn't like the gameplay as much. Oh, I forgot. No, not yet. Omega just doesn't feel great. Like, you have to hold down the buttons to do multiple shots, and you have to jump and press the square button just to, do his multiple bullet attacks. because I don't have an Xbox. I use the PS3. And to be honest, listen, let's talk the music. I'm not going to talk about the music because that's the easiest thing you could just say about any Sonic soundtrack. Because any music is going to have some, I guess, decent soundtrack. Okay, big deal. Who cares if this game has decent soundtrack? We can say the same thing for Secret Rings and Black Knight for having, I guess, good music, and they were claimed really badly. And let me talk about this. I do not like the soundtrack in Sonic 06. This is my least favorite soundtrack. And today we're also going to be talking, and also, yeah, we're going to be talking about. Alright, I'm not done with the other playable characters yet. Silver. Silver's psychokinesis is just one of the worst things I've ever seen. In his stupid boss fights with Sonic and Shadow, and his, you know, stupid ability to just throw stuff at the wrong place. He doesn't have any lock on mechanic. And this is the thing. You see, this is what I don't like about these characters. And Blaze doesn't feel fun to control at all. She's just another Sonic character, just jumping like that, and that's it. And you see, that's the thing. This is what ruins the game even more for me. Because I don't like these playable characters. They're not fun to use. And Remy ends up saying, oh, playable characters aren't a big thing. Sonic Heroes did that. Yeah, Sonic Heroes did that. But the controls are slippery and wonky in Heroes. And to be honest, I'm gonna just say this. I don't really like Sonic 06. It could have become a better game, I guess. So pretty much, yeah, I did not like this game. Sonic 06 was pretty much a big disappointment to this series. It brought down many fans. It brought down the whole series. It ruined Sonic's reputation. It made people call every Sonic game, including the classics, and also the retro games, bad for him. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, Sonic 06 is, not great. It's just not great. It's not great. It had potential to become a better game and become a game that could even rival the adventure games, but instead it became a disappointment. They tried new aesthetics, and those aesthetics failed in every way because everyone's going to talk about how good this game failed. And, Chow Mix ends up making this video saying, at least Sonic 06 tried. No, it didn't try at all. I'm going to say it again. No, it didn't try at all. If it tried, we could have gotten a game that could have at least got better scores, but instead it got awful scores by IGN, the critics, the fans, pretty much anybody. So overall, and also there's wait a minute. Oh wait, I forgot. There's one more YouTuber named Speed Supersonic who says that Sonic 06 is his favorite game. Okay, if you like Sonic 06 and say if it's your favorite game, more power to you. But to me, yeah. So overall, Sonic 06 is pretty much a failure of a video game. It had potential to become a better Sonic game, but instead it was a disappointing game. It was very disappointing in my opinion. This is the most disappointing Sonic game we've ever gotten in many decades. This game had potential, but instead it was a disappointment throughout the entire series, and it affected the series the most. And people, for some reason, no, not the people, the Sonic fan base, for some reason, is defending this game, saying that this game got so much love. I'd rather play Sonic Unleashed, and I'd rather play Sonic Forces than this bullcrap. Because the story, I don't care what people say. The fan base ends up saying, oh, the story is very oftenly badly criticized. Chow Mix mostly saying that the story is not criticized well. It is criticized well. The time travel story was stupid. The characters and villains were not fun to even like. Elise was just boring as all heck. The human designs were awful. They looked like they were not finished at all. And to be honest, I don't really like this. I don't know why people feel like it's a good idea to just bash on Colors for whatever reason, saying that Colors was a bad game and it's pretty bad. To be honest, and people have been saying these games, saying, oh, the Sonic game, Sonic Colors, the Sonic game that I hate that everyone seems to love, because everyone loves this game. Colors did a good job for this series. 06 did a horrible job. It ruined Sonic, and it ruined him as a whole. Storytelling and everything. The gameplay, adventure style, everything was ruined because of him. Ever since that game came out, fans have not been enjoying it, and I'm still not enjoying it. I hate Sonic 06. I give it a 0 out of 10 because it's not fun. It's a horrible game. It's a lame excuse of a Sonic game. It tried to be a better game. It could have been better, but instead it got a disappointment failure. And to be honest, I don't even know why. I didn't play most video games yet, and yet I'm out here just not enjoying a Sonic game that I never really liked. I'm trying to play a Sonic game and I'm not enjoying it. I just don't like Sonic 06. Overall, I'm gonna say it again. Sonic 06 didn't try at all. It didn't try at all. It got low receives, low receptions, low impact, and a big, heavy impact onto the Sonic series, which made Sonic become a demographic for children. To be honest, he was already built for that type of crap. He was already built for kids. Kids liked him, and now old Sonic fans are just coming back to the series, acting like it's fun to just go back. And to be honest, I can't stand this game. So yeah, overall, Sonic 06 is a bad game. It's a bad game, and trust me, this game is one of the worst and most disappointing games we've ever got in the entirety of 2006. Sonic 06 was a massive disappointment, and it will be because it's a bad game, and it will be a bad excuse to the Sonic franchise, and it will never ever be better than many games like Sonic Unleashed, Colors, Generations, or any other previous Sonic game hands on. Hopefully and thank God that this new Sonic game will maybe change the series, and maybe we'll be able to watch the new show of Sonic Prime. And maybe for once we can finally see why Sonic 06 was nothing else but a massive disappointment to the series, and it ruined Sonic the Hedgehog forever. Thank you guys for watching my video. I will see you guys in the next live stream or in the next video. I might live stream, I guess, a bit more on Colors Ultimate, or practically make another video about, I guess, a few other characters. I guess maybe I might stream some more video games. I might stream, I guess, a little bit more on Colors. I would, because I might get the movie Sonic aura, or maybe, oh, I know, maybe I might play a little bit of Bloodborne and stream it. I'm not sure. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. Henry Goku Fan 10 out.